You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
Thanks to Concordia University, Wisconsin for supporting The Coffee Hour. Find out more about Concordia University, Wisconsin at cuw.edu.
Live uncommon.
Not too long ago, we shared with you information about the Mo Scholars Program here in Missouri and how the Missouri District is involved. Joining us again for an update, Leah Sieveking, Director of Mission Advancement for the Missouri District of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Leah, welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
And Josh Swartz, Director of School Ministry for the Missouri District of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Josh, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to be here.
So, Josh, can you give us a brief review of what the Mo Scholars Program is, what it accomplishes, or who it serves?
Absolutely. This is an amazing program that the state passed to allow underprivileged families to be able to send their child to a school of their choice. So you can direct tax dollars up to 50% to help families in need attend a great school.
So then how is the Missouri District part of this program?
Yeah, thank you. So we applied to be an EAO, an educational assistance organization, because we saw an opportunity to help families in need. And this was a great program to be a part of.
So what does that look like on the Missouri District side for being an EAO? Is that right?
Absolutely. All these acronyms that are out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, for us, we help take the tax dollars that come in through the system, process those with the state, and then get those directly out to the schools to serve those children in need. So that's our process in part of being part of this wonderful program.
So walk us through a scenario. Can you give us maybe a hypothetical scenario of how a student and a family might benefit from this and where that intersects with the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod Missouri District?
Oh, great question. So really a family that's in need, that's looking at getting into to take their kid out of public school and put them in a school of choice, like a Lutheran school. They can go on our website at mo.lcms.org. There's a link to apply for the scholarship. It's very easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of time at all. You apply for it, put it through. It gets verified through the system. And then they get set up for the funds and connecting with the school. We stay in connection with the school and the family. There's a lot of email traffic that goes through to help them understand where they're at in the process and how it's coming about. And then before you know it, they have funds. They're able to attend that school, and the funds are high enough to be able to cover their costs. It's $6,375 that they get this year. And we understand from the state it is going to go up into next school year. So it covers a lot of things from tuition and dollars to services if you need tutoring and support, those kinds of things. So it provides a lot of support for underprivileged families and their children to be able to get a great education and support.
Do we know how many students or families have applied for scholarships for this year?
Absolutely. We've had 120 families apply, or if you can look at it another way, 137 students. And right now we have 96 that we're trying to support, and we're down to 65 remaining to get across the goal line here.
So who are those students and families that are applying for these scholarship dollars? Who is eligible for the program?
So the people that are eligible for the program are those that qualify between 100 or 200% of the federal free and reduced guidelines. So these are definitely underprivileged families that don't make a lot of money and certainly cannot afford to send their child to a school of choice. So this helps them to be able to do that. Or students that might have an IEP, so special learning needs that certainly cost a lot to get the services needed for their child to be able to learn and to grow and to function in a school system. This is also another way that this helps provide support for them.
Now, are these all families that are applying to attend Lutheran schools? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes. So there are several different EAOs that you can choose from that might fit the needs based on the school that you're looking at. For our portion in that, as a Lutheran church in the Missouri District, we support those who want to send their child to a Lutheran school in the state.
So you shared some numbers with us before, and it sounds like there's a little bit of a window there that there might be some needs that have gone unmet. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have 65 students still right now that do not have the dollars to be able to attend a school, that they're still waiting. They're on the wait.
So they've been waiting throughout this school year for scholarships to attend Lutheran schools this year. Is that correct?
That is correct. And our schools have been gracious enough to be able to have them come on board and attend school without having to pay right now. But certainly they can't afford to continue to do that. So we need to try to get those funds in their hands to be able to support that ministry, that continued ministry that goes on.
And so what are the steps then to meet those needs? Is this a Josh question or a Leah question? How can those needs be met?
I'd be happy to take that. This has become such a favorite topic of mine about how to make this possible. So these scholarships are funded by the tax dollars of the typical Missouri taxpayer. And it's done through tax credits, which some people are familiar with and some people aren't. I will be the first to admit I was not up until the district started working with Mo Scholars. But really what it comes down to is to participate in tax credits is to be willing to prepay a portion of your state taxes. In this case, it's up to 50% for Mo Scholars. We're all legally obligated to pay taxes. We're out the money anyway. What tax credits do is they give us this really unique opportunity to direct where our tax dollars go. When else do we get to tell the state, this is how I want you to spend my money? And for all of us that care about Lutheran education, we get to say it towards something that truly matters to us. And that's what makes Mo Scholars so exciting.
So what are those steps? How do I go about actually making this happen as a contributor to this program?
Sure, it's a piece of cake and it takes just minutes. So I think the quickest way is to head to the Missouri District website, which is mo.lcms.org. We have the links and all of the frequently asked questions about the Mo Scholars program that will lead you to the state treasurer's website. On the state site, there is an online form. Asks all of the basic questions: name, address, social security number, the amount of credits that you'd like to reserve. Again, you can use up to 50% of what your tax liability is for the year. And you get through that, you get a confirmation number, and then it's time to prepay that portion of your taxes. So you send that confirmation number on with your check to the Missouri District. The state will then produce a benefit number for you that you'll need when you file. Is it?
That sounds super easy to do. And as you pointed out earlier, we all are obligated to pay taxes. So it's really just bringing it up on taking it a step early by making that tax credit early. So what then, in terms of the unmet need, is there a deadline for this year?
There is. We have until December 31st to help those 65 kids that are on the wait list. And so now is the perfect time for all taxpayers to take advantage of this. And I think in addition to being legally obligated to pay your taxes anyway, there's no downside to this because there's no money lost. If you get into a situation and you reserve tax credits for this year and you go to file and, you only need some of them or you don't need any of them, these tax credits can be rolled for another 4 years. So even if you're a little unsure about the situation, your money is still safe. Your money is still usable either this year or the year after that or the year after that or the year after that. So just encourage everybody to get involved. This is a really exciting time.
Yeah, it sounds like there's still a need to be met and still time, although time is short, to get in on the contributing for this. Now, Leah, you yourself have done this. Is that right?
I have. And as a first timer, I thought, how does this work? And I think when I first heard it, I automatically took myself out of the possibility of doing this. Surely when you hear terms like tax credits, you think, this is reserved for people in certain tax brackets and it must be hard. And it turns out it applies to all of us. You pay taxes to the state of Missouri. You're eligible to do this, which makes it great. And to have the ability to direct a significant percentage of your tax dollars to an organization that you feel strongly about is such a privilege. So we all qualify. It's a piece of cake. If anybody has any questions, take a look at the website, but also know I'm a taxpayer that's lived through this. I also am a staff member of the Missouri District, and we're here to answer any questions. So please give us a call, email me. Happy to help in any way I can.
Very good. The website again?
It's the Missouri District website. So it's mo.lcms.org.
Very good. Hopefully we can help those 60 plus students with scholarships this year. Our guest today, Leah Sieveking, Director of Mission Advancement for the Missouri District of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Leah, thanks for joining us again today.
Oh, always great to be with you guys.
And Josh Swartz, Director of School Ministry for the Missouri District of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Josh, thanks for being our guest again today.
Thank you for having us. Really appreciate it.
You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.